Welcome, dear listener, to a journey through realms of dreams and wonder. Before we begin our tale, find a comfortable spot to relax. Whether you're nestled in your bed or resting in a cozy chair, allow yourself to settle into the moment. Take a deep breath in, feeling the air fill your lungs, and then slowly exhale, releasing any tensions or worries of the day. As you listen to the soothing rhythms of this story, let your eyelids grow heavy and gently close them. Let the narrative paint vivid pictures in your mind, guiding you into a world of magic and mystery. Now, let's begin. Lila and the Dreamcatcher, Guardians of the Dreamscape. Chapter 1. The Visionary Meadow. In a land where time moved at the pace of nature's breath, there was a meadow bathed in the golden rays of the sun. This was no ordinary meadow. It was known as the Visionary Meadow, named so because of the ethereal visions that would occasionally manifest, revealing tales of old, of magic, and of dreams come true. Lila, a young woman with raven black hair and curious blue eyes, lived on the edge of this meadow in a quaint little cottage. The walls of her home were draped with ivy, and the garden was a symphony of colors filled with flowers that bloomed regardless of the season. Every morning, as dawn painted the world in hues of gold and pink, Lila would step outside and breathe in the fragrance of blooming roses, lavender, and wild jasmine. One particular morning, as she sipped her herbal tea, a vision began to form in the heart of the meadow. A soft, luminescent glow enveloped a patch of grass, revealing a tiny, shimmering crystal orb. The orb pulsed gently, its light dancing to the rhythm of the meadow's heartbeat. Drawn to it, Lila approached the orb and felt an immediate connection. Upon touching it, visions flashed before her eyes. Vast oceans, towering mountains, deep forests, and endless galaxies. She realized this orb was not merely a crystal. It was a keeper of memories, stories, and dreams. Bringing the orb to her cottage, Lila settled by her fireplace that evening, the world outside turning to shades of twilight. With the orb in her hands, she closed her eyes and let its visions wash over her. Tales of distant realms, brave adventurers, enchanted woods, and mythical creatures unfolded before her mind's eye. As night deepened, the soft glow of the orb cast a gentle light around her room. Embraced by its peaceful tales, Lila felt her consciousness wane. She placed the orb on her bedside table, snuggled under her blankets, and drifted into a dream-filled sleep, secure in the knowledge that the orb's visions would guide her through realms of wonder and enchantment throughout the night. Chapter 2. The Keeper of Dreams. The orb's soft luminescence greeted Lila as she awoke the next morning. It seemed even more radiant in the daylight, its pulsating glow in harmony with the chirping of birds outside her window. Recalling the visions from the previous night, Lila felt a newfound sense of purpose. She realized that the orb was not just a passive observer, it was an active guide, leading her on a journey she had never anticipated. After a breakfast of fresh berries and cream, Lila took the orb and ventured deeper into the visionary meadow. As the sun climbed higher, the meadow responded to the orb's presence. Flowers turned their blossoms towards it, and the very air seemed to shimmer with expectancy. Reaching the meadow's center, Lila placed the orb on the ground. Almost immediately, a vision began to materialize. This time it wasn't of distant lands or magical creatures, but of an old-salt, wise-looking woman with silver hair and eyes that sparkled like the night sky. She introduced herself as Serene, the Keeper of Dreams. Serene spoke, her voice echoing with the wisdom of ages. "Dear Lila, you have been chosen to safeguard the memories and dreams of worlds beyond your own. This orb is a dreamcatcher, and with it, You have the power to navigate the tapestry of dreams. Lila, filled with a mixture of awe and curiosity, asked, "Why was I chosen? And what must I do?" Selene smiled gently. "You have always been attuned to the magic around you, even if you didn't realize it. With the Dreamcatcher, you will journey through dreams, ensuring they remain vibrant and untainted. There are forces that seek to disrupt the balance, to turn dreams into nightmares. You, with the Dreamcatcher's guidance, will restore harmony." As the vision began to fade, Selene imparted one final piece of advice: trust in the Dreamcatcher, but more importantly, trust in yourself. The meadow returned to its usual state, but Lila felt transformed. With the Dreamcatcher in her possession and the wisdom of Selene in her heart, she was ready to embark on the most magical adventure of her life. Journeying through dreams and ensuring the balance between light and shadow remained intact. Chapter 3. The First Dream. Lila spent the afternoon preparing for her maiden journey into the world of dreams. She gathered herbs known for their protective and visionary properties, creating a small pouch to keep close. With the Dreamcatcher orb by her side, she lay down on her bed, took a deep breath and closed her eyes. Almost immediately, she felt herself being pulled into a vortex of colors and sensations. The world around her transformed, and she found herself standing on the shores of a vast cerulean sea. The waves lapped gently at her feet, and a soft breeze carried the scent of salt and distant lands. In the distance, she noticed a small child building a sandcastle. As she approached, the child looked up, revealing eyes filled with tears. "I can't finish my castle," the child lamented, pointing towards the sky where dark clouds were rapidly forming, threatening to wash away the child's creation. Understanding that this was the dream she was meant to protect, Lila approached the looming clouds. Holding the Dreamcatcher aloft, she willed the storm to dissipate. The orb pulsed with a radiant light, casting a protective shield around the child's sandcastle. The storm clouds receded, replaced by a gentle golden sunlight that bathed the beach in warmth. The child, now smiling, looked up at Lila with gratitude. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice carrying the innocence and hope of youth. Lila smiled back, realizing that while the dream might seem simple, it held profound significance for the dreamer. Ensuring that the child's dream remained untainted was her first success as the guardian of dreams. As she began to drift away from the dream, she heard Selene's voice echoing in her mind. "Every dream is a world unto itself, Lila. Remember the impact you can have, no matter how small the dream may seem." Lila awoke in her room, the evening sun casting long shadows across the floor. The Dreamcatcher lay beside her, its glow a comforting reminder of the journey she had just undertaken and the many more that awaited her. Chapter 4. The Enchanted Forest. Lila's next journey with the Dreamcatcher took her to an entirely different realm. As she closed her eyes and focused on the orb's pulsating energy, she found herself amidst towering trees with silver leaves that shimmered in the twilight. This was the Enchanted Forest, a place of magic and mystery. As Lila ventured deeper into the forest, she noticed peculiar markings on some of the trees. Each marking was an intricate pattern, glowing faintly and humming with an otherworldly energy. Following these glowing patterns, Lila was led to a clearing, where a majestic stag stood, its antlers adorned with glowing crystals. The stag, sensing Lila's presence, turned to face her. Its eyes, deep and wise, held a plea for help. Lila could sense that the harmony of this dream was being disrupted by a dark force. She could feel the forest's anxiety, its trees and creatures in distress. Before she could act, a shadowy figure emerged from the depths of the forest. It was a twisted, dark creature, its form constantly shifting, exuding an aura of malice. This was the Nightmare, the entity that sought to turn the serene dreamscape into a realm of fear and chaos. With the Dreamcatcher in hand, Lila stepped forward, determined to confront the Nightmare. The forest's creatures rallied behind her, their combined strength and willpower forming a barrier against the dark force. The stag, leading the charge, let out a powerful roar that resonated throughout the forest. Lila focused on the Dreamcatcher, willing it to banish the Nightmare. The orb responded, unleashing a burst of radiant energy that enveloped the shadowy creature. There was a momentary struggle, a clash of light and darkness, but ultimately the Dreamcatcher's power prevailed. The Nightmare dissipated, leaving the enchanted forest in peace once more. The stag approached Lila, bowing its head in gratitude. As it touched its antlers to the Dreamcatcher, the orb absorbed some of the forest's magic, further enhancing its power. Lila, realizing that with each dream she protected, the bond between her and the Dreamcatcher grew stronger, thanked the creatures of the forest, and prepared to return to her own realm. As the vision of the enchanted forest faded, Lila awoke in her room, the first rays of dawn filtering through her window. With the Dreamcatcher by her side and the memories of her adventures fresh in her mind, she felt a profound connection to the dreams of others and a renewed sense of purpose in her role as their guardian. Chapter 5: The City of Lost Memories. The Dreamcatcher's glow beckoned Lila once more. This time, as she closed her eyes and allowed its energy to guide her, she found herself standing amidst a sprawling cityscape. Skyscrapers made entirely of glass touched the skies. Each building reflected memories, some vibrant and full of life, while others appeared faded and distant. This was the City of Lost Memories, a place where forgotten dreams and past experiences converged. Lila could see people walking past her, their faces a blur, as if they were constantly shifting between moments of their past. In the heart of the city stood a magnificent library, its walls lined with countless books. Each book represented a memory, and Lila realized that some were becoming blank, their contents vanishing. The guardian of the library, an old man with a long silver beard and kind eyes, approached Lila. "The memories are fading," he said with a sigh. "Without them, the city will lose its essence." Lila, determined to restore the memories, approached one of the blank books. She placed her hand on it, and with the Dreamcatcher's guidance, she began to channel her energy. Slowly, images began to form on the pages, laughter, tears, joy, and sorrow, all weaving together to form a tapestry of experiences. As she continued her efforts, the library's lights grew brighter, and the city outside began to regain its vibrancy. The blurred faces of the people became clear, and their memories played out like movies in the glass buildings. However, restoring memories was no easy task. Lila felt herself growing weary, the weight of countless experiences pressing down on her. Just when she thought she couldn't go on, the guardian of the library placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "You have done enough," he whispered. "The city is forever in your debt." With the memories restored, and the City of Lost Memories once again thriving, Lila took a moment to reflect. She realized that memories, whether joyful or painful, played a crucial role in shaping one's identity. They were a testament to the journey of life, and preserving them was of utmost importance. As she returned to her realm, Lila felt a deep sense of fulfillment. With the Dreamcatcher by her side, she had not only navigated the world of dreams, but also touched the very essence of existence. Chapter 6: The Dreamscape Labyrinth. Lila's adventures with the Dreamcatcher had taken her to various dream realms, each unique and filled with its own challenges. However, nothing could have prepared her for her next destination. As she closed her eyes and let the Dreamcatcher guide her, she found herself standing at the entrance of a vast labyrinth. The walls of the labyrinth were tall and seemed to be made of shimmering light. The path ahead was intricate, with countless twists and turns. In the distance, she could hear faint echoes of laughter, cries, and whispers, indicating the presence of multiple dreamers trapped within the maze. A gentle voice spoke beside her. "Welcome to the Dreamscape Labyrinth, Lila." She turned to find a shimmering figure, a guardian spirit of the maze. Many have entered, seeking to understand their deepest desires and fears. However, not all find their way out. With the Dreamcatcher, you must guide them, ensuring they don't remain lost forever. Taking a deep breath, Lila stepped into the labyrinth. The paths were ever-changing, shifting with the emotions and thoughts of the dreamers within. At one turn, she encountered a young man, lost and confused. He was trapped in a recurring dream of being chased, his fear palpable. Using the Dreamcatcher, Lila created a safe passage for him, allowing him to confront and overcome his fear. With gratitude in his eyes, the young man found his way out of the labyrinth, his dream turning from one of terror to empowerment. As Lila ventured deeper, she encountered various dreamers, each trapped by their own insecurities, regrets, and hopes. With the Dreamcatcher's guidance, she navigated the ever-shifting maze, helping each dreamer find clarity and a path forward. However, the deeper she went, the more complex the labyrinth became. Lila herself began to feel the weight of her own dreams and doubts. Just when she felt she might become lost herself, the guardian spirit appeared beside her. "Remember, Lila," it whispered, "the Dreamcatcher not only guides others, but also illuminates your path." With renewed determination, Lila focused on the Dreamcatcher. It glowed brightly, revealing a direct path out of the labyrinth. As she emerged, the guardian spirit nodded in approval. "You have done well, not only guiding others but also confronting your own inner maze." Lila returned to her realm, the experience of the Dreamscape Labyrinth serving as a profound reminder of the intricate nature of dreams and the importance of understanding one's own inner world. Chapter 7: The Dreamweaver's Legacy. The days following her journey through the Dreamscape Labyrinth were filled with introspection for Lila. She often found herself gazing at the Dreamcatcher, its glow a testament to the numerous dreams it had touched and transformed. However, she felt a growing sense that her journey with the orb was reaching its culmination. One evening, as the sun cast a golden hue over the visionary meadow, Lila felt an irresistible urge to visit the very spot where she had first discovered the Dreamcatcher. As she approached the center of the meadow, the ground beneath her began to shimmer, and a portal of light emerged. Stepping through, she found herself in an ethereal realm, suspended between time and space. Before her stood Serene, the keeper of dreams, her presence even more majestic than before. "Welcome, Lila," she said, her voice echoing with warmth. "You have journeyed far and touched countless dreams, but now it is time for the Dreamcatcher to find a new guardian." Lila looked at the orb, realization dawning on her. "Is my journey with the Dreamcatcher over?" she asked. Serene nodded. "You have fulfilled your role with grace and compassion. The Dreamcatcher is not just an instrument, it is a legacy passed down from one Dreamweaver to another. You must now pass it on, ensuring that dreams continue to be protected and cherished." Lila felt a rush of emotions. The Dreamcatcher had become an integral part of her life, but she understood the importance of continuing the legacy. "How will I know who the next guardian is?" she inquired. "You will know," Serene replied with a smile. "Trust your instincts, and the Dreamcatcher will guide you." Returning to her realm, Lila began her search. Days turned into weeks, and then months, until one day, while walking through the visionary meadow, she spotted a young boy, his eyes filled with wonder, gazing at a peculiar spot in the grass. Approaching him, Lila could sense the familiar pull of destiny. She handed the Dreamcatcher to the boy, who looked at it with awe. "Protect it, cherish it, and let it guide you," Lila whispered. As she watched the young guardian walk away, Lila felt a profound sense of contentment. Her journey with the Dreamcatcher had come full circle. She had played her part in the dance of dreams, and now it was time for a new chapter to begin. With the visionary meadow stretching out before her, and memories of her adventures echoing in her heart, Lila took a deep breath, ready to embrace whatever the future held. As the sun sets over the visionary meadow, we close the chapter on Lila's enchanting journey with the Dreamcatcher. From realms of forgotten memories to the intricate labyrinths of dreams, her story reminds us of the magic that lies within and around us. Thank you for joining us on this mesmerizing voyage. May your nights be filled with dreams as wondrous as Lila's, and may you always find your way through the meadows of your own heart. If you enjoyed our tale and found solace in Lila's adventures, please give us a thumbs up. Your support lets us know you'd like to hear more stories like this. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel to journey with us through more dreamscapes and tales of wonder. Sweet dreams, dear listener, and thank you for being with us tonight.